Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees, that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine, irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle, which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 372nd One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace. Here on Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, Education Department, and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Cremond. I'll be your host today. And we are joined with members of the Universal Council who will be presenting today's program. So let me get that ready and we will engage. I believe Mehran will do the introduction today. Just a second here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Yes, good day, everybody. I welcome you for this new program of One Planet, One Nation, One Peace. And we will have some wishes and then the soul connections and also some extracts of the workshops and understanding of the workshop of 583. And then we have the question and answers with Universal Council and the information about new products. Some talk about transmutation. And I hope that this program will satisfy you. And I hope if at any time you'd like to ask a question or intervene, you intervene and make the program more planned. So we start, I think, with the wishes. And here we are. Thank you very much.
Actually, we'll start with an excerpt from the 583rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And we have it in Spanish here, which means graphics of the collective souls. And Mr. Keshe has been showing us graphics of the collective souls that are online during the workshop. And at the end of the workshop, he shows a graphic. And he'll explain more about that in this excerpt. So let me get that ready. Okay. This is about 2 minutes. Here we go. Bear with me a minute. The video is not playing. Okay, let's get it reset here again, and you should be able to. Okay, a couple more seconds.
Before you go, you want to have a meeting of your own souls this week. A fancy looking picture. How you lot been today? Just give me 1 second. I have to go back. And then I wonder how you lot interpret today's image. You lot been taking a lot, and your dimension of the soul of physicality and the soul of the man, well connected to the universal energy, and you're well taking it physically. If you understand it, this is where you are. You received, digested, shared, and gave to physicality. What's interesting, if you look, the energy side sits on this side, the physicality side sits on this side. And you see the line of the soul. And you see the line of the soul of physicality, and how soul of physicality is feeding the physicality, and how the soul is taking it from the environment. Very interesting. See you next week. Thank you very much, Rick.
Thank you for the added bonus there, Mr. Keshe.
Yeah, it's nice to see how you are.
Looks a lot more balanced than the other images.
Yeah, today's teaching brought a lot of facts. You know how to wrap it, to connect it. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Okay, that's our excerpt from the last 583rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop from last Thursday. Now we'll go back into our presentation, and we have the wishes. And I'll remind our audience that we have a full minute of silence to implement each wish as we go along. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so, so much. Beautiful wishes, dear beautiful souls. From the core of the heart of all beings, from the discipline and balance and ethos of Mitra, the universal soul. So, the wishes, my dear, for all beings in existence, is full of love. We, the Universal Council, give through our soul to the elevated souls of all beings in existence with the knowledge, understanding, and ethos of the Creator.
I think someone will have to substitute for Joseph here.
Okay, I'll say it. We, the Universal Council, welcome the new universe and enjoy the peace as one universe, one nation, one race, and one soul.
We, the Universal Council, give from our souls to the all souls that will bring the change in 2025 and all souls in existence for everlasting peace from the origin to the creator and back to the origin. Our wish is our command.
We, the Universal Council, wish that all souls make the best use of available universal energy in the positive changes we are experiencing.
Meredith, I believe you have this one.
We, the Universal Council, wish and are looking forward scientists, professionals, laymen, experienced people in plasma science with expertise in different fields for joining and being part of Keshe Foundation and to be part of the Soul of Peace.
We, the Universal Council, give through our soul, embracing, loving all souls in existence to be in universal love. So this is where we, this is Dean speaking, by the way. This is Dean representing the English language of being part of the universal community and as a support member of the UC. So this is where we join the soul of man with the soul of physicality. We can do this by speaking these words precisely in this moment. I love you, my soul. I live you and I love with you. And I adore you. And then you can see what the soul will give back to you by connecting the soul of physicality with the soul of man and the physicality and experiencing the soul connection with the totality of all the souls and the connection with yourself, with the that spark of the creation that's within our structure, within us. It's not external to us, it's part of us, as we are part of all of it. And what I've come to experience by doing this is the soul starts to understand, or the soul already knows, obviously, but the soul of physicality starts to really establish a connection that then you start to feel and experience different energies within your field strength, within your very being, And you start to see, once you're aware of it, you'll start to see things in your environment. You'll start to feel different. You'll start to experience different things that are coming forth within your spectrum of realities that you encounter in each and every moment, that you are present with yourself. And I noticed that the soul has an energy, has a beautiful energy that really is very peaceful. And it's always there to sort of to guide us and position us so that we experience what the soul essence is, which is to give to others an energy transfer of whatever it is that you have that you have a surplus of. And by sharing that energy with the other souls present, you start to receive an elevation and you feel different. You understand things differently. And once you connect with the soul, you'll start to find that you receive many other different conditions, different environmental energies that the universe will speak back with you. It will give you more and more and more, so you can absorb more energies. And this is you'll know it. You'll know it when you speak these words. And I do this before I go to back into the reality, and I do this when I wake up to the sleep. So it's magnetical and gravitational, and you can speak it as you wish. But I tended to find that when I did this as I was about to go into a reality, then it enhanced the you know that field strength and that connection and that experience. And we can all do it differently, and that's the beauty of this knowledge, that you can really experience it as you wish. And once you establish that connection with the soul and you start to speak with it with the beauty of the soul and the beauty of the soul of physicality that's in alignment, and the physicality that is catching up to the experiences. And it will bring you immense joy and happiness, and as I said, an elevation that will then enhance you, for you to then bring the joy and happiness and the enhancement to others and be part of that bigger totality that is the soul of all created creatures, the soul of humanity, the soul of the universe, and the soul of the Creator as one soul. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else would like to say anything. Thank you.
This is the Tuesday wish from the Universal Council. They have a different wish for every day of the week that's repeating each week. Who would like to read this?
Or Dean, would you like to read it? Go ahead.
Mark, no, I was for you to do. I was going to do it if you weren't going to come forward, Mark. But if
Okay.
you would like to, then please go ahead.
Or
Sure.
you could both do it at once.
Can we read it
Have
together?
a duet.
We can try a duet, but this might be difficult.
Why not?
Try it. Okay, so we,
We,
the Universal
Universal
Council,
Council,
elevate
elevate the
the
soul
souls of the
of the
leaders
leaders
to
to
achieve
achieve
permanent
permanent and
and lasting
lasting
peace
peace
as
as
part
part
of the
of the
soul of
global
peace
peace
and
and
totality.
totality. So this is a daily wish that has come out, and we're putting them in the various telegrams. People can pick them up and actually put them in their own language community if you have the ability to change it. And again, people may say wishes, as I always thought, wishes are for kids. Adults roll up their sleeves and get things done. But now I think these wishes, in a way, it doesn't cost you anything. You can add your emotions and energies to these wishes. And as we see with the wishes we just went through, these are our wishes, and our wishes we command. And I never thought this energy dimension was so effective as I do now. But I think as we spread these wishes and more of us give as a collective soul of awareness, this will bring the change. So spread these out. It'll open a new dimension. It'll help people to understand a little bit more about their energy dimension side. Dean?
Yes, Mark?
Is there something you wanted to add more to this?
Yeah, if I could. Thank you, Mark. So these wishes, I've been posting them on a social media platform. And I noticed the moment that the Universal Council allowed this condition to really to be present there, I noticed a change within the structure of the postings of the others.
Wow.
They suddenly became totally different. It was peaceful, and it's gradually changed, but at that moment, I definitely noticed it. It seeped through the field strength of the intention, directly affected the other users that were reading the message or messages. The soul was interacting, and the physicality, because some of them may not have the knowledge. They didn't know what was going on, but the soul knew and was interacting in the most beautiful way. It was acknowledging the soul. I sense, this is my words and this is my feeling, sensing that it was acknowledging the soul of the universal community, the universal council, and the presence of those incredible, beautiful souls that are here to bring about the change on planet Earth, and for each and every being that is present. But I definitely noticed this, and I've noticed that those wishes are constant, and I know people are seeing them. I know souls are experiencing it, and for many, the words sometimes may seem it doesn't make sense. However, it doesn't really need to, because the soul knows that it's receiving the energy from the other souls, and the soul of the physicality of the person reading this is connecting to their soul and connecting to all the souls. And this brings about that peaceful condition, that beauty. And as I said, I noticed it straight away. And I really realized the power of the soul is immensely powerful, but the most incredibly humble. So it does absolutely nothing with force. It only does things with love, unconditional love, and giving. And for the other soul to receive in that moment the energy that is, transmuted to that other soul. And it's truly beautiful. And I know this knowledge is being shared across many platforms, many different places across the planet, and it's a gradual field strength that is building, and the soul that receives it is there in time, place, and position at that precise moment to receive that knowledge, to receive that love, to receive the energy of the message of the Creator. and you're part of that. So for me, it's a very beautiful new energy that has gone forth into another position, and those souls have received it, and obviously that slight elevation will then transmute into their physicalities, into their spoken words, into their what they do with their lives, and I think that's a very beautiful thing, and it's a gradual process that yeah, we're all receiving in these moments. So yeah, thank you, Mark. I don't know if you're
Sounds like a process of elevation and enlightenment is built into some of these wishes,
yeah,
or
almost
from the soul of the Universal Council.
of course, Mark. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and you sense it and you feel it. I know. I mean, I speak for myself personally. Recently, I've been feeling all sorts of different things, but in the actual the energies that I've received, it's the emotions aren't so high and so low. There's not this big up and down structure. It's more of a, a middle line of things, so that I don't react to certain conditions that like I used to. And I've noticed that within myself. And whether it helps sometimes or not is a gradual process of experiencing it and coming to understand it, or not, and maybe just letting it take its position. Anyway, thank you, Mark. I'll let you if you want to say something else.
Thank you. No, we're good. Okay, so this is our soul connection, and I think we need to give up the idea or questioning whether our souls are created, or are connected. Of course, they're created, but this idea of being connected, we're all connected. Everything is connected. So let's have that point settled way before we start this process. Mr. Keshe has shown, and Rick, especially with the magnet, again, using the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. So that magnet video has been very instrumental in enlightening us to this energy position that we don't quite understand. So now this process, as Mehran will explain, is a continual process which can be done as often as you'd like, but we have it set for one time per day, but you can expand that. You start off small and expand it. So now we play with a new toy, and that toy is you, with all your curves and pipes and twists, your star formations, your reactors within your structure. And we're going to play a game of giving and taking emotions as energies, as life, as joy, peace, giving. What we're doing as in the Keshe Foundation, all of us are helping in this process, and we're helping ourselves to understand it as well. We're opening up this mystery of the matter state of the entity to its energies. And that might puzzle you, but you might like to go back in the last few teachings of Mr. Keshe when he mentioned the apple, and how instructive this little apple is as a first test. I think from 580 to 583, he mentioned apple about 78 times, plus all the accompanying sentences and paragraphs around it, mostly concentrated in 581 and 582. But this understanding, again, is for you to investigate and for you to understand for yourself and how you probe into this. This is our responsibility as structures, as souls, to investigate more. And as we go through this process, we start to ingrain within ourselves this position of humbleness, position of servitude, position of being there to give life. So what we do is we interact within ourselves, within our emotions. We detach that emotion and we give it to other souls in need. Right now, on a daily basis, we're giving to the world leaders, world religious leaders, but we can interact with any souls. And of course, it sounds strange to some. Some are becoming more comfortable with this process. And when we join together like this, the beauty of it is nobody fails this test. So let's use our star seeds, our star formations, and practice this energy dimension. And we can practice it at any time. The paper that Mr. Keshe is referencing on the cosmic rays will become, I think, a reference of this, but now he's added a little twist. We have to understand the difference between cosmic rays and cosmic radiation. And of course, we understand we are an oddity in a way in the universe. We're not unique, but this ability to operate within the matter state and the energy state is apparently something unusual in the universe. Again, it's not exclusive, but it's not common. And what else did I want to say? So we're not only interacting in the matter state, we're interacting in the energy state and as the totality. And I think we can get to the point where we can operate in both dimensions simultaneously. As we understand that the physicality is not really involved in this process, so, or the soul of physicality as I understand it. So you can actually be multitasking, working in the physicality and operating in this energy dimension simultaneously. I know men have a lot to learn from women because they seem to be able to do this on a regular basis quite naturally. Let's see, I had wanted to say something else. And as we heard in the last teaching, if the creator can be touched by the emotions of man, I think we can touch other creators with our emotions. And of course, they can touch us. But as a collective, we're much stronger with a much wider variety of fields. So we'll take a few minutes. Rick, you have a timer there and you can stop it at any time. Is that okay? Whether you
What
want
time
to
would you?
whatever time you'd like, I'll leave it up to you. So what we're going to do is let's open up this giving line, and not a static line, but a dynamic line. And as we heard in the video, let's see the others as a light or see them as a star. And we're going to give to these other stars in a way. And this is what will lead to our understanding, I believe, of transmutation. It'll also lead to our understanding of how you'll interact in the energy dimension. Of course, the apple is a very good teaching, but soon we'll understand or start practicing this soul-to-soul communication or giving and taking. This is what the apple experiment, in a way, as a test will lead to. So again, we're opening up this mystery of the matter state of the entity to its energies, and it's up to you to explore and probe and test and see how it befits you and how you develop it. So let's just switch into that energy dimension. You can still be multitasking or doing something in the physicality. There's no problem with that as I see it. And let's just practice this giving. And again, what the giving, we're giving to souls. We're not giving to men or so much to their physicality. We're allowing the soul to pick up, if it wants to, and incorporate these energies within to itself and then change something within the dimension of physicality as I see it, or has it been explained. And of course, the soul is a very funny chap, as Mr. Keshe mentioned recently. And I know I had asked at one time, is this soul, what is it doing? Playing hide and seek with us? Is it playing catch me if you can? And I think the response was, yeah, in a way. So again, it's a beautiful energy that we have within us, but it's us who needs to open it up. The soul has always been there, but it just doesn't seem to readily knock on our door. But as Dean said, start to adore the soul, acknowledge the soul, and see what it'll do for you. So Rick, if we can start now, and you'll end it whenever you decide. So let's all give and create this beautiful dimension and learn our energy dimension and practice this on a regular basis till we get to the permanent peaceful condition on this planet.
Okay, thank you, Mark. I'll make it at 2 minutes, and we'll start that now. Okay, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Mark. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we begin the Universal Council invitation to be part of the Universal Council?
Nope. I want to thank everyone for their continued participation in this process and to expand it. And I think Mehran will give us a bit more insight into this process and where and how it occurs.
Okay, well, let me play the video from the 576 Knowledge Seekers Workshop. It's an extract on how to become a Universal Council member.
There's something which I should have made announcement. As we are structuring and in a new development of Keshe Foundation is worldwide application and implication. As we set up the structure for Universal Council, a number of Universal Council members have become old and they reach the age of 60 and they serve during the 60 years they are there till 61. to run the functionality of the operation of the what we call energy dimension, the Universal Council members, if you want to become, please consider and let your soul decide of any languages around the world, as these will be announced very soon internationally. And we expect the souls to serve. And if it's from the knowledge seekers who understand the technology with dimension of the soul, you can apply for to be added to and become a member of the Universal Council. The Earth Council is appointed by the Keshe Foundation on the grounds of true structure of the nationality, understanding the culture that there is no prejudice by physical dimension of the borders. And so if you feel your soul is there to serve humanity in expansion and the growth of it, just apply for it at the Keshe Foundation or send the email to info@keshe.foundation, say I would like to be a member of the Universal Council. We receive this regularly, and now we're going to expand this very rapidly due to what is to come and what is to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear Rick. I also want to add, it's a humble, well, I will say, request, and to join the Universal Council support members and Universal Council members. As Universal Soul, we are all helping, serving more our ability to understand how can we do that, because this is our purpose. And from all over the planet, please do join as Universal Council support members and Universal Council members, dear beautiful souls. So this is the service we can do to humanity, and this is the time as elevations are going on, we can do so much with our peacefulness as a messenger of love, peace, and abundance. Welcome, welcome, dear beautiful souls, to the Universal Council members to join the Universal Council membership, to join the Universal Council support membership in Keshe Foundation, Spaceship, Institute, in the beauty and totality. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste.
And we also have a daily invitation, you could say, for people to join in with the unifying of the souls. And every day at 9 p.m. Central European, what's now Central European summertime, with the time change of Sunday. And would you like to continue with that, Sweta, please?
Yes. Thank you, my dear. As one planet, one nation, one race, one soul of peace, we are never separated and will not be separated anymore, to understand how we work in a way as a collective. Unifying of the souls of the Universal Council, as we are all universal souls. We connect, well, we are always connected as soul beings, we are. The whole world, the whole cosmos, I will say. But we invite, but still there is the welcomeness. You know, we welcome each other, always sharing, loving, and this is the way we join with the soul communication, in the elevation of souls, in the love we share. So please share your love, the wishes, the beauty and totality, the ethos, the connection that was forgotten thousands of years ago. Now we are again connected, and please do connect. As we invite all members of the Council to daily participate in unifying the soul of the Universal Council. As Universal Council, as Universal Souls we are, this is the unification, and this is one planet, one nation, one race, one love, we can join each other, share each other to elevate humanity, elevate the way should be elevated, like as as in peace. Now we are all messenger of peace and love. Thank you. Please do join every day at 9 p.m. CET. Now it is probably the CEST time, and please do join, my dear beautiful souls. With your beautiful, beautiful heart, full of love, for all that is in existence, dear beautiful souls. Thank you. Please do join with us, and we are joining with you. So we are all joining together in this 9 p.m. CET time. Like, the whole day we are connected. The whole day, the whole 48 hours, 78 hours, all the time. But 9 p.m. CET time, CST time, we are together. We can say, hey, we are here. So, elevating, loving humanity, because humanity needs us, needs this elevation, needs this connection this time. Very, very neat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste. Salute. As Joseph is not here today, I think he's not here. Anybody wants to say something about the commandment? And the commandment for today is, you shall not murder.
Sweta,
So,
it's Dean here. I
yes.
can say
Oh,
something.
please.
That's okay.
Welcome, welcome, my dear. Welcome.
Thank you, Sweta. So, you know we are doing the commandments that were laid out by on the website on the foundation. It's got the commandments as were laid out by the Vatican, and one of the commandments is thou or you shall not murder. Murdering can take many, many different shapes and forms. There can be the physical form of murder that is taking another physical life. Now, we always look at murder as taking a human life. For us and for many, that is the commandment, you shall not murder. And if humanity lived by this and understood this on a soul level, then this would not take place. This position would not happen, as through the knowledge and understanding of the teachings of Mr. Keshe and the Foundation, the Knowledge Seekers, the Universal Council and others, we've come to understand that by taking an energy pack with incorrect ethos, there's always a balance. There's always another condition that materializes, that manifests an energy that you would have to pay back for. So, you shall not murder. You shall not take another life. And I know this is in many theological circles a well-known condition, that you shall not murder. However, we see this very frequently on planet Earth in many, many different shapes and forms, where the intention is set to commit murder. And from my understanding, that intention, once you take that life, then you are creating a condition for your soul, for your physicality sometimes, to pay back. Now, when you commit this murder, Mr. Keshe has spoken about this. He says that it's not just the person who fires the bullet or presses the button to commit this murder. It's for each and every soul that has been part of the process. So if you have designed this weapon or this intention, if you have created this condition through making the object or the material, if your family receives payment of any description for this, then, and I can go on and on and on, but the end part, as you've heard me say, is that it will be a balance for the soul to pay back for taking the life. So, you shall not murder. And this is a commandment that was written written by a certain gentleman in stone. He received that information on a soul level. He received the information of that commandment through his soul. And because he couldn't adhere to that, he wrote it in stone and brought it forward. So for me, this is a very powerful interaction that has been taking place throughout history and continues to be so. If you understood the beauty of your soul, you would never do such a thing. So when you interact with your soul, when you become in alignment and in complete peace, you would not even think to do such a thing. And remember, we are still talking about a human being. The next stage is on. We may discuss it another time. However, this one commandment now, as we know, has great significance for each and every one of us. And as humanity, in the face of the universal community, we need to understand what we do, what we connect to, and what we put out as an energy pack for the others to receive. When you are from the Creator and from creation, this part of the process of learning for the physical form of a being would be very difficult to understand when you give full love and care and understanding for you to be in perfect beauty. And Mr. Keshe has been teaching transmutation, and Mark and many others have experienced transmutation of the elements with food. And that's the next stage on, that where we understand that everything has a soul. Every condition has a soul. And that's the next part of you shall not murder. Humanity and all created creatures, not just humanity, many murder for an energy pack to receive the energy. And it's time in this moment for all the created souls present within this sphere to understand the true essence of what Moses received through his soul. You shall not murder. and we are present. Thank you all. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Shweta.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Dean. And I also want to add that what we'll do, seeing these unhealthy patterns, unhealthy murderers in the family, or what we call family in the Maya, and deciding that those patterns end with you and will not be passed down to future generations is an extremely brave and powerful decision we have to take. We cannot allow these murderers to murder our love. You know, like when I was growing up, as in a Hindu family, I was also growing up with this worship, this temples, and everywhere I go because I was like that, born like that. So I was so happy that I'm giving the puja, the worship, and when I started growing like a teenager, I I understood that these are so painful, draining my energy every time, and this is not me. I said, and this is what killing, murdering your well, murder is the planned thing in this whole illusion that your thought will be murdered, your behavior will be murdered, your beauty and totality will be murdered. I'm sorry. And it has happened with me. And I know many of us have suffered like this. So coming out of that is stopping. We don't need stopping this abuse, this murderers to murder again anybody, any thought, any energy. So I will say that the future, we are the creator. And we have to understand, like, do we need this religion anymore? Because from this religion came, well, I can say my experience, the needles, like, the needles, sharp needles, we cannot see penetrating in my body every time. And I can understand that to overcome all these things, when your family say, no, 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 you should have to, why you are not fasting, why you are not for a Devi or a goddess or a Devata, God, why you are not doing that? Why you are wearing a sari like this? Why you are wearing this? Like, every time. And in India, for a woman to have this free will, to understand, to speak is very rare. And whatever they do in the name of feminism is so corrupt. So they don't understand. They all, in the name of feminism, they also suppress women. I mean, and they blocked the heart chakra of men. So, well, I will say masculine. So everything is opening up, and we have to understand that this is happening, and this is opening up, and we have to deplete totally this religious organization, these politicians, these social, those who make this social mechanism, I will say. So I will say again that you shall not murder. You shall not murder. You shall create the beauty and totality from within ourselves. This is so hard. This is hard. No, this is not. Yes, in this physicality, we know that we are struggling sometimes, and sometimes it came to a matter of survival. Happened with me so many times. But then, when you say people around you suppress you, they are all murderers around you, roaming, circulating, and coming out of that is so beautiful. And I will say, when I searched and searched and searched, because all my thoughts, all my being has been suppressed and almost murdered. But then I came out, and I came in, landed I surrendered to Keshe Foundation, and I received that eternal love. I really received the knowledge, the ethos. So I will say, don't even allow these murderers to murder your way of peacefulness, your way of loving. Because when we live, we elevate so many souls. We have to live like this, Living to be killed by a murderer is not worth it. As a being we came with the purpose of peace and love. So, you shall not murder, or you shall not allow murder to be happen. So this is the commandment, actual, real commandment, my dear, beautiful souls. And if we understand, then this is the way there should be no murderers anymore. So, and even our thoughts surrounding us from within as a murderer, that sometimes this duality comes, and we say many times it comes because we are in this physicality that, oh my God, what I have done, this shouldn't be, but this has to be done because the truth has to come out. This has to be done. It may seem very, very strange and painful and all, but the truth has to come out. So I support this. Don't, you shall not murder. Thank you for listening, my dear. This is a way I think about the murderers. The murderers, we were always at time when we don't understand. We murdered our own beauty at that time. But now we are not. We are messenger of peace. And this grows. So thank you. Thank you for listening. All the love always. Salam, namaste, salute. Thank you.
This is MOSFET, and I would like to add a little bit to what Dean and Shweta has been talking about. This commandment, which has been written on the stones, and over time it was transcribed into books, some of which we are called holy books. It is a stark commandment, so to speak, but it is also softly written in our soul. Not in these words, but as a universal conduct that are becoming part of our reality. So, yesterday was the Eid day, the holy day in the Islamic religious system. And people all over the Islamic world celebrated this day. This is the feast day after the end of the month of Ramadan. That was yesterday. Unlike, let's say, some of the more automated part of the world, the animal slaughter is openly done in these so-called primitive part of the world. But there is an interesting phenomenon that goes with it. The children are kept away from it. They're not allowed to see the sufferings, which is actually often obvious because the animals are bought and kept in the house, and it's usually slaughtered nearby, and usually the children are kept away from it. Because in case of the adults, all these, yes, this is written in the books, but books have other things which brush this stone carving of thou shalt not murder into oblivion with various ideas and thoughts and so forth. Stories about some prophet killing one of his sons that was going to slaughter, etc., etc. We all know about, in one way or another, some of the stories. But the children who haven't been tainted by any of these, they know the universal conduct. They understand very well. We put blinders on them and we train them and we sugarcoat and paint all kinds of ideas over this innate, universal conduct written in their soul. That they're very sensitive to it. We notice it. We all, as children, have felt it. Many of us remember it too. And now we have further sanitization, all this killing of the animals and vegetable life forms are, in quote, automated, sanitized, made to look beautiful. But the real beauty, the universal beauty, is in the soul of the children. We try so hard to suppress. Yes, it was a festive day. Once the children were not allowed to see this, they were very happy and all the things that they did do. It's a more fun time for them. But the universal conduct, the way to the universal behavior, was told to all the adults by these children during this time. We glibly say, well, these are children that don't understand anything. On the contrary, they do. And we have forgotten. Shall we not listen to what's written in our soul to become the universal being that we all are? It will be a difficult time for these adults, for these children. Children are teaching us. Perhaps now that we know a little better, we will listen to them. But they are telling us what we are about to face, and not too far future of the existence as humanity in the universal context. All our window dressing that we have put up is coming down one by one. We are facing it in various changes we are experiencing right now. And this one is not too far away. The universal manifestation of this commandment. And it's not that we don't have options. Now we have options. We know how to address this. We don't have to imbibe the suffering that we impose on these beings as we consume them. Their suffering is also our suffering, manifested in the form of disease. We ignore them. We pretend we don't feel them. But the price we pay with our own existence on this planet, hobbled up existence on this planet, so to speak. But now that we know that we are capable, and we all are, not just human beings, but other life forms, of transferring energy directly as plants do. We often say that the lower life form, but we have things to learn from them. They do the transfer and direct energy transfer every day. Perhaps that's why they're green. That's why they don't make the place bloody, do they? So, they have done, they are capable in certain areas, intelligent in certain areas. Let us learn from them. Part of the universal attribute, they manifest to us all the time in front of us in every direction. Even on this planet, we don't have to even go outside of the planet to recognize it. So let's recognize the intelligence, what intelligence is. We, in our arrogance, claim ourselves to be intelligent. Are we? Yes, our children are probably a little more so than we are. But these plant life forms, they're of a different order. We hear things like fifth dimension, seventh dimension, whatever people are elevating to. We have elevated being on this planet which are the plant life forms. We have a lot of things to learn from these guys of direct energy transfer. We know it's possible. We who have ignored it for so long, in the end, we'll learn. So anyway, there is hope. There is evidence of universal conduct. There is evidence of all this facade and window dressing falling. The reality of the universal context is emerging out of the physical world. But it has always been there within it. It is the power source of the physical. So let's get to the bottom of it, shall we? Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear Marshall. So beautifully you enhanced our souls. So beautifully. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next, we have an announcement that the questions and answers with the Universal Council with Marie and Claudia will be held coming Saturday, April 5th at 10 p.m. Central European Summer Time. And I don't have a link. Maybe if someone has a link, they can post it in the chat here for where that workshop is available. I think it will be associated with the Brazilian community, but I'm not sure where that's available. Can anybody help me with that?
Mark, if you have, or Elizabeth, the link for the question and answer. For Saturday, April 5th at 10 p.m. Oh,
yes, I just put
you.
in the YouTube link in our chat for everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The link is in the chat, my dear beautiful soul, and you can have your question or attend the question and answer with the Universal Council, as Rick said, with Mary Calvé and Claudia. So on Saturday, April 5th at 10 p.m. CEST, summertime, with translation to English language. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
Great. Thank you, Mark. I'll put that link in our YouTube as well. And just to note that this conversation with Claudia and Maria is the first Saturday of every month. So in this case, April 5th, again at 10 p.m. CEST. Okay. Let's see what's up next. We have the knowledge and understanding from the 583rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop. I'll play our background video here for, I have Stefania, Shweta, and Dean as commentators on this. Please go ahead.
Welcome, Stefania, my dear. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if you can hear me because I'm on the bus, so maybe it's noisy in the background.
It's perfect.
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So I can talk. Yes, so I can speak about the. My name is Stefania and I represent the Universal Council of the Italian language, and I'm gonna summarize the best I can the 583. It is the last workshop of Mr. Keshe, public workshop that is free, and you're welcome to see, come and watch the whole class in the YouTube channel, or you can make a direct question to Mr. Keshe on Thursday, always on YouTube. The link will be shared on the language chat. So the 883 was very interesting because as the commandment was said not to kill, Mr. Keshe actually talk a lot about this in this workshop because it's explain what the human body is, what the human, what the man is. For example, he said that the man is a mobile plasma system, and we should understand and value our energy center system. He said that this, the way we are, he reckoned we are the reason why we are distincted from any other races because we go emotion. And go back to the commandment of not killing. It's important that if we become passenger of the universe, we have to get rid of the killing in this world, the motion of killing. And in this way, we can bring in the universe the pure emotion that humankind is famous for, that it's love, unconditional love, and kindness. So he said that in this, in the earth, we kind of created the man. Oh, sorry, 1 second. So the man that it's can move 180 degrees in all dimensions. This give him the intelligence, but also he interacts with emotion like jumping or crying or run. But also we have like a schizophrenic life, so we also we have another dimension, this dimension where we interact with the cosmic ray. The cosmic ray, we interact 24/7, and it's what connects us to the universe. So Mr. Keshe will release a very important paper on the cosmic ray. He said that this paper will be the most fundamental paper the science will ever come across. And he said this will bring everlasting peace. So this paper is gonna come out very soon. And then Mr. Keshe gonna again talk about our soul. It's a plasma. It's a dynamic plasma. and we receiving our. You remember we always talk about this 80% and 20%. We receive 20% from the food and 80% from the environment. These 80% are the cosmic ray that we get from the universe. And cosmic ray are our connection to the universe. Without the cosmic ray, we will not be able to get rid of what we don't need, and we will not be able to get what we need to support the soul in its daily use. So then it's going to talk about the soul of physicality, and he said the soul of physicality is the connection with the fields of the planetary system with the physical dimension of the man at the energy level of the soul of the man that is connected to the universe. And again, start to talk again about emotion, that the soul of physicality is depicted by emotion. And that the emotion of the man, the soul of the man, it's when it's connected to the universe, it gives its emotion to the universe. That's why it's very important to get rid of the killing, because the emotion of the soul of the man, when connected to the universe, it brings this emotion to the universe. And this is what we're famous for bringing emotion to the universe, because the universe are like mechanical system. They would have no feelings, but we are the king of bringing feelings. But we have to bring the feelings at the low level, the lower field strength. They are connect us with the soul of the man and the creator. They are the feelings of love and kindness. So that's why he makes the example of giving a rose, but before to giving this beautiful rose to your lover, you take off the thorn, the things who hurt you, and that it's referring to the killing. So before us to go into space, we have to get rid of the killing, because this will pass on from our soul of the man to the universe. It's very important. Then, just a second, 1 second. Yeah. Then he makes, sorry. So he said that anyway, we don't need the physicality, the dimension of the physicality, but we need the dimension of the fields. And God, it's attached by emotion. And he explained that emotion, the emotion, the pure emotion, he explained that are like mitra. And he explained, this is my understanding, the mitra is like a system with emotion. And the emotion of mitra, it's love and unconditional giving. So a mitram obviously is the collective of the emotions of the souls of humankind, and the souls, like that's why we listen the commandment, because this commandment they bring us to understand the pure emotion. And he said that God has got many emotions that we are not even aware of. Yeah, so he compared Adam to the creator, and then he compared the apple, the emotions, and Eva to Mitra. And he said, so the killing, it's when we eating the apple, you know, but we should not eating the apple. So we should to get the best of the emotion, the pure of the emotions. So this is what I understood. And then he goes again about the cosmic ray. They are the base of the fields of life that created physicality at the lower field strength. the cosmic ray also, they create the galaxy, they create the solar system, and all the earth, and all the man in the cell of the man. So it's very important that we understand that we got this dynamic structure, and that we can create through emotion. So we really have to understand what the emotions are and how they can be used. So once we understand that we are a dynamic structure, we can create, and we have the will, we have the power of the will, so we can decide what to create, when to create it, where to go, when to go. So we create, we control. And we create also the dimension of I decide, no? So we can decide where and how to move, where and how to show the love, where and how to show the beauty. So for understanding we're dynamic plasma, and we have this power of creating with control, and we have this, we have power on the side what's gonna happen to us next. That's why it's very important that we refine our tools, and we get rid of the bad habits, the things that we don't need, like the killing or all the emotion that we don't need. And in this way, we can create a really beautiful things. So man will understand, he said that we will understand the man will become the creator of emotion with the dimension of the creation. So I don't know if you, and we can create the emotion of the creator that is the emotion of love. So the emotion is what separates us from any other structure of the rest of the universe. Because as you know, the stars don't cry and the planets don't cry, but because we're gonna mix into the universe and we bring the seeds of love, seeds, because love is emotion and a low level strength. So yeah, so this is what people the universe will knows us from. He thinks that emotions are created also because of the earth tilt, and the earth, because we're tilting, it's then created a dimension of emotion that it's exclusive to this planet. So, and wherever we travel in the space, we're gonna touch with the emotion of love all different places, and we'll bring this love everywhere in the universe. So that's why it's very, very important that we take off the horns. I don't know, as I say, the rose with the horn. We have to take them off. I don't know how to call them.
The thorns.
Thorns.
Thorns. I didn't notice.
I couldn't remember the name. Holmes. Yeah. So the cosmic ray basically is the essence that it's connect with us, and it's feed us, and it's the essence also that we are connected through of the rest of the universe. Also, so this is very important, the cosmic ray, to understand what they're doing, and they feed the soul of the man. So he also said that this would be the last attempt of humankind to get free of all this killing, all this injustice. This is our last chance. So we have to really, really, be prepared. And he said that it will be a new beginning. It will start a new beginning, and finally, the planet can finally be a beautiful planet. So you also talk about the fact that, go back to the rays, that we have two types of lights, and this explained in the past workshop. So we got the light that are connected to the center, can be the center of the galaxy, for example. But there are the light that are connected with the cosmic ray, and so when you see the light that shine, we got the daily light, that the light of the man that can see with his eyes, but also we got the light that of the creator, it is connected through our soul. So this is very important to have the distinction of the light when it's react to the environments, and the light that we carry inside us, and it connects us to the creators. So so when the man is going to get educated, they will be able to see the light of the soul of the man that will connect into to the creator, and not the soul, not the light that the physicality see. They come with interaction of the environment, but we're going to see the light that comes with interaction of the cosmic ray, and the cosmic ray, they will interact with the soul of the man. Yes, so I think these things of the light is clear, but it will. One is the true light. So the true light is the one that shines in us. Okay, so what I wanted to say, I have then Rick. I forgot Rick. He make a brilliant move where in the break, finally we changed the videos because for the other one will be outdated. But the video you're showing now in the break is brilliant, and Rick showed Mr. Keshe videos. There are 5 videos if I remember well, and this is the second video where Mr. Keshe is going to explain what is a plasma, and the matter, antimatter, the dark matter. I highly recommend it to watch it over and over. I actually forgot about all those videos, so it's really good, Rick, to show them back. There is a lot of knowledge in there, especially now that we have more understanding. Many years passed through from the release of those videos. Now those videos will have a different meaning for who watched them. So I recommend them to watch the video that is in the break of Mr. Keshe. And then he make another announcement where he's going to bring a technology that in a different way. So he will release, as he said, the paper of this paper of the cosmic ray. They will revolutionize the world of science. But he also looks for people who are working in the space industry, in the engineer as well. So he's looking for specific stuff that he works in space programs, or scientists, engineer. So if you know any of those people, or you know how to contact them, now is the time. If you know any scientist that you think is good and can help us to develop this technology, please email at info@keshe.foundation, and tell him to the Keshe Foundation about him. So then Mr. Keshe is going to explain the picture that is in the introduction, the picture that Rick chose as a main picture, as a background, and that one was the picture of one of the transmutation session, and Mr. Keshe he explained this picture that it's it's got a lot of deep knowledge in it and a lot of understanding as to go to this picture. So we'll need to learn, as we learn about this technology, we learn more and more how to interpret this picture. And Mr. Keshe said that he showed the collective soul, and he shows very well how we're connected to the cosmic ray and the universe, and how we can fed by the universe with the cosmic ray, and how they you can really see from the picture how they're going into the physical soul and then in the physicality. And then the question started. We got a question where this person was talking about the prophecy that people make, and Mr. Keshe said yes, the prophecy, because we're the creator, because we can create and we can decide what to do, how the future is going to be. So we got some. Sorry, because someone tried to call me, so I'm sorry. So we got this picture where oh, sorry, I lost my thread. 1 second. Yeah, this he said this, for example, because you're the creator and you can create your own future. You can create your own dimension, basically. So he said that a lot of this prediction, for example, he made. Can you hear me? Because there was a yeah, okay. I answered the call, so I can continue. So he said that because we're the creator and we create our own dimension as well. So he said that he's well aware about this globalist, that they try to with cartoons. There are, for example, a lot of cartoons somehow they predict the future, and he said that it's not like really they predict the future, but because we can create, we have people, for example, the globalists, they can collect information in such a way that can manipulate your perception of what's really happening in your reality. So you think someone predicting the future, but maybe it's like someone try to manipulate your beliefs and your emotion, and to then divert the future in the way they want you to. And then you think that is a prediction. So he said, be careful to this prediction, because a lot of stuff may happen and may will not happen. But the things that are happened could be possibly because you believed that that will happen and then you created it. So it's very, very interesting because we can see with the media, with the control of the media, we can see that a lot of the stuff are in this way, where if you're not careful, you think about life how somebody else wants you to think. So he said that the Keshe Foundation also, we plan and they carry out what they plan. And also the man can make a patent of decision where he can decide where to manifest and what's going to happen next. So then we go into another question, again about the transmutation session, on what happened in the transmutation session. And a person tried to tell the feelings of what he was feeling into this transmutation session, and he felt like drugs. And Mr. Keshe said, yes, these are the drugs of the creator. And he said it can be quite addictive. And then he went more into to explain explain the system energy system that they're using in the transmutation session. And he said that now they are so sophisticated, they can see and recognize the beautiful people. They can see in the screen when someone is a beautiful person. So, and this is referred to schizophrenic people. He can see the soul carrying more than one soul. And he said this is where the development of the machine goes. Then we got a beautiful question by Mehran, where he explained about people that life experience, near-death life experience, people who've been died and come back, and they change their behavior. They start to really work along the commandment. That's why the commandments are good to learn and to practice, but not for the religious point of view, are good to learn and practice because they can taught us the law of how the universe works. So Mehran, so all these people, so this documentary where these people, maybe they were doing business people, they were doing a lot of business, not always with, how you say, not always clean. But if, after they've been having that life experience and going well in another dimension, then come back, they change their behavior. They start to rethink how they spend their money, rethink how they use their money, think how they speak, think how they behave, think how, and this, if you think about it, it's think good, act good, and talk good. It's what actually we try to teach here to people, what we learn, I'm learning this too, how to work, how to speak and think and do in the same line. So these people start to really respect life. And Mr. Keshe talked also about a boy who, unfortunately, this boy has got a couple of weeks to live. He's very, very brave. And Mr. Keshe saying he can really, how he respects in life. He respects what's going to happen to him. So he's just making sure that their family are fine, friends are fine. He tried to close everything he had open, tidy up everything before he had to go. But he kept this integrity and this respect. So Mr. Keshe was really touched by him. Okay, so I'm gonna go faster. I nearly finish. Got a few more questions. So Mr. Keshe, one question went deeper in the DNA and the RNA, and was about a question someone asked that the knowledge was carried out. People sometimes born like they have already some knowledge, and then Mr. Keshe wanted to talk more into the DNA, RNA, what it really is. So I really recommend you to go and listen. Then he started to talk about the product and introduce the butterfly older phone charger. It has got many applications. And then we got a question of someone, unfortunately, I'm so sorry for this person. She just lost a cat during the class. He died half an hour ago on that day. And he asked to Mr. Keshe, what's happened to animal or to people when they're gone? Does he we see his cat again? And Mr. Keshe explained that we're always connected. We're always connected with the people that we know. They are not here any longer. Animal, people, and this impossibility to disconnect between them. So we are connected at the fields level. So this is a great news for God, dogs, animal, and for anyone. So then Mr. Keshe going to another question was if we can, because Mr. Keshe said that now with this new technology we can go in and see what the soul does in the dream while we're sleeping. So somebody else asked, okay, but this means with this technology we can intrude someone's space. And Mr. Keshe said, no, with this technology, you cannot do any bad doing. You cannot abuse anyone with this technology, and this technology cannot be abused. So this is a very good news, because you know, you hear that many people talk about security, privacy. There are lots of stuff that people, you know, the privacy gets sold. No one feels safe. So maybe this plasma technology can be a step forward, or the next step, because you're going to have the full privacy, because this technology cannot be abused. So, okay, then he talked again about the session that happened last Friday, transmutation session, where he said everyone have to read the note, to give some instruction on what to read and how to prepare themselves to that session. He actually told them to write where they wanted to go, which was their destination, to prepare the day before, step by step, how what they want to do, and where they want to go the night before. So this was very, very interesting session. I'm very looking forward to hear the people who they participate and see their testimonial if they manage to go where they wanted to go. So there was more. The Brad question was really good as well, where then Mr. Keshe talked about the pyramids, this new discovery on the Pyramid of Giza. I don't know if you heard about it. Actually, my friends, one knowledge seeker, went to this congress with Malanga. So she told me all about it. And then shortly after was all over the news. Even Joe Rogan was about these pyramids. And everyone said it's true, it's not true. But Mr. Keshe saying, even in the last workshop, that we are naive if we think that we are the only species here in Earth, but that we have a lot of visitors that come into Earth to visit us. And this happened for thousands of years. So he also said that he will release this paper on cosmic ray, and it will show physically in this paper. There will be some links where they will show physically everything that has been stated on this paper. So people will come to realize that the Big Bang was all a fallacy, and the same as the black hole has been described by the present science. And he said that basically the people have to understand there are two dimensions. There is a dimension we can look the matter state, or we're looking the energy state. And he thinks that with the cosmic ray, we really start to understand these energy states more and more, that the actual science has not even started to study. So the actual science are based on our science only on the matter states. So they look at the planets and the universe from a matter state, from the physical side. So a lot of things need to be explained. A lot of things need to be learned. For example, looking at the energy level, and a lot of things have to be explained, like time and space. Time and space is not being looked up properly yet by science, and will be covered by the plasma technology. Okay, finish. I hope I didn't make you sleep and you're still with me. This was as much as fast as I could of the 583. I hope you gonna go into see the workshop, and like a magic was online with the commandment today of end up killing. So thank you so much, and I hope you're gonna start to bring more importance to your portable plasma device that is our own body, and start to play with. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Stefania. I'd like to take a few minutes out here for dealing with a question that's come up in YouTube. I think there's a misunderstanding with the commandments and why is the Universal Council presenting the 10 Commandments of Moses? And KKK 444 KKK is the name in YouTube. I'll just read the comments and see if we can get an answer to the question. So it starts out, the idea that don't kill must be related to this or that book doesn't make any spiritual fact. Those rules were given to subordinated. So just like in a colonized territory, they are asked to keep calm. Why they put words like you must eat my flesh and drink my blood? Love is not an exclusive of that El Yahweh. And in the story that El was really scaring, not so sweet or lovely, even scared to get some illness, he wanted to be served only by healthy humans. I really do not understand why, when speaking about self-consciousness, we should refer to those books full up of cruelty. A spiritual world or life doesn't really need the rules not to kill, even less to get lands by destruction and genocides, plus using their little girls as they like. Why are we here talking in the stream of spirituality as sacrifice and being killed and serving such a hard creator? So what's the answer to that? Why are we putting up commandments of a hard creator that talks about killing and destruction and so on?
Hello. So did you say, Rick, art creator? The
Hard.
last sentence.
Hard as in
Mean.
yeah, mean's a good word for it.
Yeah, but why if we kill for whatever reason, it's God, it's creator who is hard. I'm wondering why God has sent all these messages during the whole history, because he loves us, because we said in the workshop that God loved this emotion, this feeling of love which human is capable of. This love which others in other universes are interested to come in planet Earth and feel it. So the question is, we are too much away from love, from unconditional love, from what is the essence of humanity. And if God sent the messages to teach us that you are worth more than living like animal and worse than animal, it's because humanity in his eyes is worth it, because we can go to a higher, much noble levels than how we are acting it. And if we are in the name of the religion committing the horrendous crimes, it's not God who is leading that. It's another creator, and it's another being who is leading that. And when we know our heart and we give from our heart and we know our souls, then we are obliged to be kind and peace and loving peace, because we are worth it. Humanity can do the best things in the whole universe because of this feeling of love and compassion. And that's unique. And people don't know it because there is some engineering of the mind by some very, very intelligent and talented people, which are using it for other than God, that humanity is in confusion. They cannot see why word of God, you don't kill, becomes you kill in my name. So whoever who says that or is in the book, it's not the book of God, even though the religion people have read this, have written this book. Usually there are side books which interpret a book. And during all these years, there are people who have added the things, and they have added the things as they liked that needed war and killing. So they put it in the name of religion. But the true message is thou shalt not kill. Anything aside that, which in the name of that religion you kill, is not from God. It's another thing. So that's a difference which people can search for, look for, and I wish everybody feeling love, unconditional love and peace. I personally felt there is turmoil in every life, less and more, and that's the beauty of life. There is anything in it. And I felt peace interiorly when fast facing a condition which I shouldn't love. I loved unconditionally, and I felt peace. I do it for myself. It's for my soul I did it. I didn't do it for that person. Otherwise, I was in turmoil. And the turmoil can go to whatever, talking after others, which is not a good thing, killing, hurting, which is not a good thing. And all this for our soul. The God creator doesn't care about what I do. You are nothing in the whole big scene of the galaxies. We are nothing, just for us. Unconditional love works like a chemical substance to make us feel peaceful inside. And that's grace and infinite love of God, which does that. If you don't believe in God, say creator. If you don't believe in creator, say that all this order in life, in organization of this whole universe, which nothing changes out of law, has had somebody who has arranged this. Who is it? That is, some people say God, creator, or Allah, or Yahweh. So just think about it. Just look to the sky, see all the small lights, which each one is a planet. Go and see the pictures of the creation and see how big it is and how small we are. So who has put such an order in all that we can make fun of it? So maybe there's something in our mentality, in our way of looking at things, which has been not truthful. And truth and wrong are very difficult these days to distinguish, because we see the very wrong things from the mouth of people who are supposed to say the most right people. And they're so sure of what they say, and they're so talented, and they have such emotion that they transfer their emotion of wrong to us, and we believe them. So maybe we should cut all this TV and social media and just do fasting and just concentrate on our souls and nature and nothing intervene. And think about it. Think, what am I? Where am I coming from? Where do I go? What's my plan in this life? So if God wants according to our actions, then we will find our answers, because there are things which is out of our command also. We are amalgamation of what the parents gave us, knowingly, unknowingly, grandparents, society, and our past actions. We are the result of all these things. And it's not easy to change. But by grace of God, everything is possible. Every miracle, as we say. A miracle means concealing all that was in the past. Like, I've done the transmutation sessions with whatever they put in these audios, which we received during the session. It is able to conceal the heart pains we had. I personally share with you that I had this the Valentine's Day session, which was even 1 hour, and I didn't think it has significance. It has significant power in my life. I had problem with somebody very close to me, and I really wanted to help, and I was getting crushed. And that day, I was really being morally beaten for some time, for some months. And when I passed the session, the day after I talked to that person, there was no sign of all this ache that I had suffered. And the person was so surprised that I called her. She was laughing at least 1 minute. She said, "Oh, with all that I do, you call me." Because there was nothing, all had gone out, and there was forgiveness in its place. And so, yes, it is possible, but we have to ask, and we will be given. We have to be asked again and ask again until we are being given. Humbly we ask, and we will be given. Thank you.
Thank you, Marinus. I think the point here has not been put forward, so I'm going to talk for a little bit about it. For KKK 444, KKK is still saying, why is God asking to make genocides and restrictions and telling his people to destroy lands and kill and so on? Why is that put in the book that's being promoted here, the 10 Commandments of Moses from the Bible and so on? So his point of view is that, why are we promoting these books? And of course, the answer is that the 10 Commandments were put forward by Mr. Keshe as the preliminary to the rest of the commandments that were not put forward at that time that should have been. And the point being that Moses picked and chose his own commandments so that it made him more powerful and made him able to control the people and whatnot. So we're working through the first 10 commandments, this is being one of them, but the idea of this whole exercise is that there's missing commandments that were not put in that are more important, perhaps, than the initial commandments. And we're not we're not promoting the Bible as such, as a particular book, although, you know, it has lots of good teachings in it and whatnot. It also has a lot of misguided teachings, and that's led to some peoples of the world thinking they're more important than others, and that's a problem. And I can understand KKK's reaction to our presentation, because we didn't mention that there's other commandments, and that Mr. Keshe brought up these commandments not because he believes in them, in the Bible and so on, but just to bring to light the story of Moses. And it's not all a good story, as many people think. And that is, as we will find out when we get into the 11th, 12th, and so on, up to, I think it's 20 or 21 commandments, that it's a different ball game. And these rules are not rules as such. These are natural aspects of someone who's living from a source or essence perspective. In that dimension, you naturally, as a soul, have no wish to kill, have no wish to do all the things of the thou shalt nots. It's a natural function to operate correctly. So, as you've mentioned, KKK, is that basically it's up to us. It's up to our soul, and not to believe in certain books or religious leaders and so on, which have, as Mr. Keshe has said, it's time to eliminate the middleman, to stop the, to have a direct connection with the source rather than going through middlemen. That's kind of the idea with this, is to debunk a lot of this information as such, and not to adhere to it as some kind of Bible, basically. The rules are a guideline, perhaps, for those that haven't connected with their soul yet. But for those who have, then it's a natural function. That's my opinion, and I hope that can be useful.
Yes, my dear Rick, I also want to add that the book of life that we are, with this, we understood that the commandments or the beautiful teachings in the religious book, they say, has given to us in all religious books, in Mahabharata, in Hindu, in Christian, and any book, how we interpreted it, how we understood. And these are the true nature, the missing commandments, the true nature we are, the universal unified field of the soul, to understand that how we interpret, you know, like the whole world is full of pyramids, the grids, the energy grids of the planet. And they told us that these are all tombs of dead people. And they call the dead people mummy. And we call our mother mummy. So we have to understand how it works. And we always use these words, my dear beautiful souls, because we don't know another word. We say love, I love you. You should love. How? I have loved. But what is love then? I have never loved back. What is love then? Then love is everything. Kindness, beauty, giving. Now we understand. So the murder of every thought shouldn't be there. So these, you are also a book, my dear. Became a book. Read these missing commandments. The true nature you are. All about you. me, and all. That is nothing else. Nothing else, my dear. It's all about us, our ability. We found this, the missing commandment from the universal unified field of the soul. And when we say, like, what is happening in this illusion, in this Maya, we have to understand. We shall not murder. Don't kill, don't murder any, don't even think of, like Moses thought that if I hide these, then people will dancing around like with the commandments I give, because they only follow me, kind of that. So don't follow like that. Understand what is missing. This enhances you, me, and if you enhance, I will also. So, Mr. KKK, all the love to you, my dear. Try to understand the ability of yourself. These commandments, this missing commandment, is to enhance your ability. There is a lot of discussion you can do about it. And in the religious book, in the religious performance, in the religious temple, you cannot do that. There is one thing that you have to worship, and you have to worship. And if you are not worship, you are a sinner. But here, you have to understand. Only you have to understand to create this balance. And we can discuss about it always, forever. This is the difference. So from this great forgetting we have, now we are coming and enhancing ourselves with this missing commandment. So, like, all the dancers and the beautiful women that were dancing in India at that time, thousands of years ago, to create this vortex of love, they call them witch prostitutes. And we believe that. But now we understand the missing commandment. So thank you, my dear, for asking the question. We all learn when we question each other, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Mehran.
Thank you, Rick. You got the point very well. Thank you. Yes, in fact, Mr. Keshe is coming to say, according to him, the original commandments to Moses were 24. And when he comes down and we see people who are worshiping their gods and in the shape of a cow, the god which was Baal, which is still known in some parts of the world, and they do sacrifice for this god even now. And when he saw that, he was nervous and he broke some. That's how we were told. And also when he came down, he did things which he didn't want people to know that that's not okay for God. So he hid some of the tablets also, like for killing or sleeping with married women and things like that. So in fact, the prophet didn't deliver. Moses was a prophet, but when he came down, he didn't deliver the whole message. So we have only 10 of 24. And for example, number 11 or 12 is nobody is higher or lower than anybody. So a lot of these problems is someone who thinks he's higher than the other one, then that other one has to be killed because they don't deserve to live. And the other one is you feed your enemy like you feed your family. So that means even your enemy you should feed. So these are the missing commandments, and we are trying to talk about that also. And then we find out when you treat people equally and you feed them, there's no place for war. Thank you.
Thank you, Mehran. Thank you.
It's Dean here. May I quickly, sorry, Rick, I know it's getting time's passing on, but if I can just make one comment on this, that war, that murder, within inside ourselves, that's where we really commit a murder. When we allow our beliefs to dictate something that we know on a soul level that's incorrect. The ethos we are born with, we are a soul received with. We know it. We all know it, and you can't hide from that. So that real murder is allowing yourself to receive the universal love that is present, and the understanding of the knowledge that is being gifted to humanity to really receive and understand the beauty of what's in our structure. Thank you.
Okay, let's get back to our previous programming here. You see, I think we have an excerpt from the 582nd. Have we done that yet?
I don't think we have, Rick.
To find my 582nd again here. Just bear with me a second. Okay. Yes, we have I think it's about 4 minutes excerpt here. See, we have a hand up with Selena, but perhaps we can defer that to our question period. Okay, here's our excerpt from the 582nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop.
Before, because you say you finish with everything, we are looking, as I said, we received a number of people who offered what they can do, what they want to do. We are looking for people expert in social media, control and manage. We are looking for those who understand of space technology and work with different space organizations. We are looking for those who understand the structure of setting up what we call productions. And we are looking for those who understand, in a way, the structure of what we call integration of new technology with delivery systems, which means the Amazon system is too slow, and we are setting up structures that very soon, in maybe in a year or maybe around, hopefully, the people who work with us will deliver structures very much like a microwave you have at home, but delivers products into the system. We are looking for those who understand plasma transportation, transmutation from the present time of matter state. Specialists, engineers, we're looking for that kind of people. We're looking for the chemical engineers who understand the process of the chemical production of materials, where we can add the new technology to bring all the hazards of the new technology, what we call the old materials, out of the system. These are specialists we are looking for in the knowledge use and world of science. If you are one of them, we receive many people who tell us what this we can do. If we don't see you to fit into our present position at the moment we're looking for, please be patient. When we come, when we announce what we need, your expertise comes handy to us in the future. It doesn't mean that we ignore you. It doesn't fit into what we're looking for. We're looking for those who are in the world of the stock market and stock exchange and understand this process across continents. We're looking for pilots who know they do not need the mechanical system, but can become a step higher than the present conventional flights. We're looking for nuclear physicists in the field of plasma. We're looking for defense specialists with connection to governments and military, where the new Keshe Foundation space defense can be promoted and expanded. I know there are people in Lockheed Martin who are knowledge seekers, and I know people in Lockheed Martin who listen to this program frequently and regularly. We're looking for you if you join Keshe Foundation for the process of development. Thank you very much for today. I hope they managed to share.
Before we go, Mr. Keshe, there's a couple of things. One is I'd like to quickly share a picture of okay, I went a bit too far on that one. Let's get back to our workshop.
I don't think you did, Rick. I think he was about to say we're looking for artisans as well. People who make things. So we don't, I mean, you can play it or not, but I think he said the artisans. Yes, go ahead.
All right.
I could be wrong, but
creative with ganzas. This is a work of Beata, and she's interested in coming under the umbrella of the Keshe Foundation. So perhaps
info at keshe.foundation.
Exactly. So this is sort of an example for people.
We are looking for artisans, and we are asking if you are producing something, painters, whatever. Get in touch with the info at Keshe Foundation, because there's a structure set up to bring all those who work with the Keshe materials, ganses, or any other thing, to work through this. It becomes what we call Amazon type thing. You're responsible to, you have to follow a strict situation set up, and you'll be given the international ground to work in and work with. If you sell 1 or 2 items a month or 10 items, once we structure this up, you're looking at the fairly regular production and orders with it, and it doesn't go through the Keshe Foundation. It's another arm of the Keshe Foundation which is set up. We have interest control over that. They'll go in a very big way, but with your products, get in touch with Keshe.Foundation and we promote it with the agreement which has been made between you and the Keshe Foundation. We want to see more application of technology and what it actually does, not just because it's there. This was very important. If you do such a thing, there are a lot of knowledge seekers making one maggraph here, two maggraph there, selling gases and what I call made in the back of the kitchen, but they cannot deliver actually the product. It bring a lot of regularity into the system. And some of the nations we will support to build the structures to support internally the what do you call it, the infrastructure of the financing and the commerce, which applies to the Keshe technology. We would like to know if you apply other technologies in conjunction with the Keshe Foundation work, which brings benefit. We're still there to support. We are not there to be just us. We all need to be. That's why we made it free for you to add your knowledge into our knowledge to make it better for the others. So if you are doing something in conjunction, which is positive, not just because you do it, they're interested to know, and we are there to promote you, but it has to be done. A lot of things has to be correct for us to be able to do that thing. And it's what I call the harvesting time of the Keshe Foundation. Every aspect has come, and we are setting up for it to be done. But as very, very prudent, because we've seen how the things happens around Keshe Foundation in past years, we become very, very perfectionist, trying to do the best we can do till we get it right, and then it'll be out. And as I said, we have chosen the path which we've done before, and avoid a lot of people that time they couldn't understand our work. Now more people understand how we work. The development of technology on a national basis, and I explained this to the world leaders of the people who we talk to. When we dissipate the knowledge in such a huge way to affect every aspect, we are interested in how it affects the nation. So we deal with the government. Not just we are passing knowledge seekers or going to governments. When we start the next 2 years flooding new technologies in, we want to know how we change that nation. So we need to speak with the government, preset it, that we don't need patents. The national GDP affected by us has to reflect in what we call the transfer of the remuneration, whatever you call it, to the foundation, that we can what we call disperse it across to the others. We have a full structure what we're going to do, and to follow the patterns. Oh, this country has copied that country. No, you all work from the same base. You all use the same technology. The reference is we cover each other through the structure we set up. This is how the patent application, patent force will be literally demolished. When the knowledge is in the hand of everyone accordingly equal, everybody can use it, but all get benefit from it. This will stop the spying, all the things we've seen with the matter of state patent and everything else, which has delayed and held things back, buying the patent, not to come that a lot of people can benefit by it. So you'll understand in maybe next 2 or 3 weeks exactly what I'm talking about. We are working on it, and the structure is set.
Mr. Keshe, is part of the structure that you're speaking of, will it apply to, let's say, the poor farmer in Africa who wants to spread the GANS technology?
Yeah. The technology should not be a poor farmer. It should be taught to the farmer how to feed itself and its children not to sleep hungry, the way we thought last week by touching the GANs and touching the food. If you understood what I released as a knowledge and technology in past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no child in the world should go hungry. to bed. According to the United Nations, 5% of the African and children go to sleep hungry in the jungles. 15% of the American children go to sleep hungry every night. We want to help that 15%. And the other 5% we show how.
Okay, I think I'll end it there. That was very inclusive. Thank you, Mark, for convincing me to carry on there. Okay, let me get back to our program. Now, I think we're before the transmutation. I think we're supposed to share a link with the on the social media post with Mr. Keshe.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the link. Let me also put that in our chat here and in our YouTube. And it's a post by Mr. Keshe. I guess I can read it here. It says, early next month, a new breakthrough technology will be released that will make nuclear weapon and hypersonic of present time obsolete. This technology as a commercial entity will be released internationally, that all present technologies, including quantum and nuclear fusion technology, will become irrelevant in the next cycle of technological advancement. It is too late for these nuclear tests to be done, as the nuclear technology of the present time has become obsolete. As Iranian nuclear plasma physicists, we advise all nations to stop any further research into present nuclear weapons and technologies until this new technology is fully studied by your top scientists. The time of nuclear weapon as a deterrent and superiority of power has truly come to an end. So people can access that post through the link, and there's a place to post your reply as well. So if you have something to say about that in relation to the plasma technology, that would be a good place to present it. There may be a link to a video or some other comments regarding the plasma technology and why is it superior to the nuclear. If we can provide links for that in this comment, that would be great. So that came out a couple of days ago. And people have been commenting on it or putting in things that aren't relevant, depending. There's some comments by Shweta. And so on. Jefferson makes a comment, plasmatic scientific knowledge and its technological development and application are a fantastic way to reach out peaceful and abundance for all. Why not?
Yes, of course.
Are
Well,
you,
I will say yes, yes. Please.
Rick, were you showing the X platform? We're still seeing the transmutation
I'm sorry,
background, but that's fine.
Sorry, this is the post, and this is what I read. I think actually this post that Mr. Keshe did was a reply to this Science News post.
Yes.
Which is U.S. return to underground detonations would have wide-ranging implications. And it says in the title here, calls to restart nuclear weapons tests stirred dismay and debate among scientists. And then Mr. Keshe put his comment in that I read. And then there's some comments on his comment as well.
And there's a newer post, I think, than this, Rick, about the cosmic rays and cosmic radiation, about understanding the difference and how it can be used for travel, actually.
Yes, let's have a look at that. And again, it's a response a response to Science News. What will it take to travel between star systems? And it mentions in the title, Star Wars holds clues to making speedier spacecraft in the real world. Do you want to read this one, Mark?
Okay, to understand how the universe works and how it creates motion in an advanced technology, which is a combination of nuclear radiation, plasma technology, and quantum space plasma technology, lies the key to this dream of traveling the span of the universe in no time. We need to understand the way cosmic rays work and how their interaction leads to creation of stars and transmutation of radiation as energy that allows objects to transport themselves at speeds beyond speed of light by order of magnitude as cosmic radiation and not rays. This technology has been hidden from mankind, and soon it will be unraveled through advanced technology known as cosmic ray technology. Tests on the working of these systems have been going on, and in April, a new series of technologies based on working of cosmic radiation will be released. One important point is that one recognizes the difference between cosmic rays and cosmic radiation. This is like the difference between light rays and gamma rays. We welcome mankind to the true work of the universe and its knowledge and its beauty. Thank you, Mr. Keshe.
And that was from yesterday. And again, you can post your reply. If, let me get that link in our chat. Okay, we've got those in the chat now. Thank you, Mark. So people are invited again to follow Mr. Keshe on X, formerly Twitter, and post your comments and try to interact. That's what keeps it going and gets the views happening. Help spread the technology. Okay, we'll go back to our program here. And I believe we have transmutation. And that's likely with Moshfek.
Hello, everyone. This is Moshfek again. We are going to continue to explore transmutation. And we have an interesting context this time. At the beginning of today's meeting, we saw depiction of the fields that were of our soul and our interactions with the various energies during the last knowledge seekers workshop. And then I'm not going to put this picture up, but if we think that it's important, I will. But I mean, I'll just talk about it a little bit. So in that diagram, Mr. Keshe was talking about the vertical line that collectively represents the souls involved in the meeting. And then there is the area where we see energy from the universal context affecting not only our soul, but it was also crossing that boundary line of the universal context and coming to the soul of physicality, and also getting transferred to the physicality. So the energies transfer is not only happening from the universal fields to our soul, but also down to the low-level field strengths of our physical energy. So there is a transformation going on in this process. So in a way, our physicality is being nourished or replenished by this energy, in addition to our soul being elevated by this energy. So and this is very distinct. That diagram is very distinct. If you look at that diagram and the diagram from the previous meeting, is very distinct. There is a massive change going on because there is a distinct difference of energy transfer. So we are receiving energy not only at the soul level, but there is a transformation going on of this energy to the physical level. Now, what can we do in this process? The important part for us to remember is that the creator within us, the creative capacity within us, has the ability to direct the energy not by just the energy level math, but we can transform it and match it to whatever we need to address. Physical maladies, food energy need without destroying other life forms, etc., etc. There is that, but in order to do this, what is important to remember is that we set the direction of the energy flow by our intent. We have to be, I mean, yes, we receive it without the, let's say, the engagement of intent, but specific intent can also be used to aim this energy in a way so that it meets some of our specific needs, physical and otherwise. So this is something that we have to get used to. You know, Mr. Keshe, in some of the meetings he has talks about, you know, people going to the meeting in the enhancement unit and writing or complaining or mentioning that, well, nothing happened. Well, the energy is available, the system is ready to do what needs to be done, but there is no directive force. Sometimes Mr. Keshe in these meetings said, do this or that. So what that means is that we are directing the energy, he is directing the energy of us to a certain direction. But we can do it ourselves. He's just telling us, well, you know, this is how you do it. So this is I mean, it may sound very simple and not much at all, but we have to do it and feel. Do it means engage our intention and then feel how this energy is transforming us, transmuting us. And this is the key, our engagement. And here, if we need help, we can connect with the direct field of the hydrogen to the creator. If we are unsure of something, if we are saying, oh, I don't know. But we all have direct access to this field and its use. So it's not just knowing the energy exists, but using the energy. Accessing the information within the energy. And then use it first to benefit ourselves. And that's part of the learning process. And in that way, we elevate ourselves to serve others, as is the way of Keshe Foundation. In the end, we just not serving one, but we are serving many. But in order to serve many, we have to have the capacity to do it. And so our work and our experiment starts at home or within ourselves. Our physicality and soul is the sandbox, Mr. Keshe then talks about sandbox, where we do our experiments safely and see the results. And once we learn how to play in the sandbox, just like children do, we are in a position to serve others. In the end, that is what we are doing. We are serving all the souls here on this planet and across the universe. But as they say, the story of the massive river of energy flowing through the universe, its story is written in the sand of this little planet we call Earth. So let's pay attention to these markings on the sand, the diagrams, and learn from it, use it, and benefit everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear Moshfik. Thank you so much. As beautifully you say that I always do. The transmutation, my dear, why we are experiencing this. And I will say some beautiful few words from Amrit Sandhu, a beautiful soul. And the saying is, I sat down with the universe and told her I wanted to grow. I told her to use me as a vessel. So she made me uncomfortable. She stripped me of everything I knew, made me learn how to be silent, how to let go, how to move on, how to stand my ground, how to be more understanding, how to fight, how to survive, how to be more assertive, more loving, less naive. She told me to take everything I have learned and share it with others. So beautifully said. Thank you so much. The process of transmutation we are in, beautiful soul. So thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute.
If I can add something, the whole research I do, different ways of research I do, and what Mr. Keshe says also, that we are here to serve. That he said that even you can better the life of one person, it's worth it. And I think we are here, and that's what essentially, originally, the universe wants us to do, better the life of anyone. And we can do it by everyday life, a little more kind to anybody than normal. A smile, just a nicer talking, and as says the poet, Iranian poet, it says, you do good and you throw it in the river of Dajla. Dajla was a river in that area. And then the God, the universe, with returning to you when you are in a desert. Whatever you do, we take it back. So that's the whole essence of a human on earth. And I wish it sincerely for all of us.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. Renas, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so, so much.
Sweater, may I say something, please? It's Dean again here. This is the transmutation. And Mr. Keshe's words are a transmutation. And part of the 583rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop that Stefania was talking about very extensively. Thank you, Stefania. That was really wonderful. I would like to read just a tiny fraction of some of the transcript, because this is, as I said, a transmutation just by reading the words. And I think it's relevant for each and every one of us to understand some of this. So, but we are all connected in the what we call magnetic fields within the earth and within us as a plasma. And we are connected to the rest through what we call the cosmic rays, the energies which led to our creation. The energies which led to what we call dimension of emotion. I always said, and maybe now those who have heard it will understand. In the past teachings, I explained the rays of the Creator shines on galaxies. And if we are on the way of being in the direction, we'll see which way the light of the Creator is shining from on galaxies. On galaxies, lights in the center lines and shines on the star coming again. At the same time, the cosmic rays, which we call from the cosmos, from our Creator. And then we see two lights. We see the light of the central galaxy. And there is another light, which interacts with this center, or with the star, which is from the cosmic rays. So we see two lights on every object. And this has led to the sun. And this sun, which is the soul of the man, gets two lights and shines in two ways. One from the dimension of the field strength of the Creator, which is seen by the universe, and one by the physicality of the man, which see as what we are in the dimension of our physical dimension. When you become educated, when you understand this, when you work on the level of the fields of the universe, then you will see the light of the soul of the man and not the physicality of the man, where this light comes from the interaction of the cosmic rays. Strength, the interaction with the soul of the man. And this light shows you the strength of the emotion of the man, the truth. And it goes on, but I will leave it there. So that's a short passage from the 583rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And as I said, these words are a transmutation because they're a very deep understanding of the universal knowledge and that part of creation that is part of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Mm, can I talk right now about transmutation? Actually, not that only. I will talk about my experience. It is okay, Rick?
Well, we're a little short on time, but please go ahead.
Yeah. So I was listening all of your talk. So I decided sometimes to talk and then disconnect again and come back. I don't know. Suddenly I try to say something. So it is, you were all talking about Mr. Keshe's last teaching and a lot of stuff about killing and then transmutation and those kinds of stuff. Actually, I'm talking about my experience. I'm not talking about anything he say or she say, like those kinds of stuff. What about I understand? I will talk right now. In the Bengali teaching, most of the time I say, we live inside the God. God is part of us. We are part of him or it, whatever it is. I understand that way. So we are not separate. We are not disconnected. We are always connected. Whatever we do, we try to disconnect or say something disconnected, but we can disconnect it. We can be disconnected because we are the one. Everything together is God or Creator, whatever we understand. But it is not separate, something separate. So if we are part of God, so whatever good, bad, ugly, whatever is happening in here, everything happening inside the God. And we are the part of God. We are the God. So that way we are not disconnected. And the problem is the religion and then the rule, regulation, politics, and this and that try to make us separate. Everything is separate. And there is the big boss in there, and we have to obey the boss, and then we can go to the heaven or something. Actually, it is not like that. Because I experience lots of body. It's like a fragment of my life in here and there. Sometimes is animal body, sometimes in human body, man, woman, child, and sometimes under the ocean, sometimes in the cloud. Lot of experience, and sometimes inside the ship in another body. It's not human being. So I understood from those experience, and we are everything. We are part of God, and we are experiencing, the God is experiencing everything. And whatever we are trying to separate, we are not separated. We can't be separated. If we try to, still we can't, because we are one. And still we don't believe ourselves. That's why a lot of stuff happening and a lot of abuse happening. And we're thinking about killing only if we physically kill something or somebody. That is only kill. No, killing, we can kill a lot of way. We kill emotions. We kill people's happiness. We kill a lot of stuff. Like think about that. In Islamic religion or a lot of places in Mormon, those kinds of religion, the old man can marry a young girl, like 9 to 10, 12 years old. That is one kind of abuse, right? But that is, we accept because of our religion, but that is killing too. They are killing the little girl emotion. Her whole life is destroyed because of that. Sometimes we kill lot of way. So not only physical death, we kill a lot of other way too. So if we really want something like change our culture, change our technology and everything, we have to first need to fix everything, the cultural stuff, the religious stuff, those kinds of stuff. If we fix those, the rest of thing will be coming like suddenly everything will be here. We don't have to work hard for to bring those things in here. There is a lot of darkness inside us, inside our culture, inside our world. We need to remove those things first, and we have to see those things first. Then the light will be light. Everything will be here, whatever we want. Happiness or peacefulness and the technology. Technology, we are the soft technology. We are the technology. Everything is technology. Everything is God, and everything is part of God. So we are not separate, and we are not lacking everything, but we are we are. We don't want to see a lot of stuff clear. We just we don't want to see. We need to open our heart, we need to open our soul, and we need to work hard for each other, not for the technology and this and that. We need to remove our darkness from our culture and our religion and those kinds of stuff. There is a lot of stuff in there. So not physically killing is killing. There is lot of killing happening everywhere, and we need to stop that. And the final thing, we are everything. We are part of God. We are God. There is no separation. Whatever we try to do in here and say, like, oh, we are trying to make some machine and say, if we go there, then we'll touch the God, then we'll experience. Actually not. I'm experiencing a lot of things from my childhood to now. Still, it's happening. I didn't go to inside any machine or do anything else. Just I keep open my heart. That's it. I try to listen what universe say. That way I listen, learn, and I don't read the lots of book to learn. I learn from me. I learn from my heart. And I learn from my creator because I'm part of him. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Absolutely. We are part of our creator. Never separated. Thank you, my dear Selena. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Now we can, yes. We are here to serve, not to be served, my dear beautiful souls. And please join. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Swagatam into the beauty and totality of Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute organization. Welcome, welcome to the beautiful energy of all universal souls we are. Welcome to the beauty and totality of love, peace, and light, of course. Thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here always with your heart and soul present. Always. Thank you. The Universal Council. Salam, Namaste, Salute, dear soul. Salute.
Great. Thank you, Shweta. And of course, thanks to all the members of the Universal Council for presenting today's workshop. Just get up our background image here, which has been the 372nd One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace, here on Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. And again, thank you to everyone for being here for the workshop. Our next public teaching workshop is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which starts on Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central European Summertime. And that's open to the public, young and old. And if you have questions or something you'd like to present as a project you've been working on with the plasma in mind, that is a good place to present it. Okay, and of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up on April 3rd, Thursday, starting at 9 a.m. Central European Summertime. Okay, I think that's it for today.
And starts the dancing and clapping. Thank you, dear beautiful souls. Be in joy. Clap, clap, and dance.
Yes, indeed. So that means we have the music version of the Universal Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit. And again, thank you everyone for attending. Thanks to our Universal Council members. And thank you, Mark, for co-hosting as you so often do. Okay, bye now.